Hi Leo, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly report for the month of February 2022. You begin the month with 5 points transiting in the cardinal earth sign of Capricorn. Venus, the planet of love and money. Mars, the planet of action and passion. Mercury, the planet of communication and information. Pluto, the planet of death and renewal, and Juno, which is an asteroid that represents partnering. And they're all transiting in your house of work, health and wellness, routines and regimens. Venus was retrograde as we began the month. It initially retrograded at 26 degrees and 29 minutes of Capricorn. This set off where Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, retrograded in April of 2021. And Venus and Pluto had been working in tandem since December. They met up in the sky on December 11th, December 24th. They will meet up a third and final time on March 3rd. This is about eliminating that which no longer serves you in order to transcend. This is honoring the loss in many ways that all of us have experienced. This is a universal experience, unfortunately, right now, whether it's loss of life, loss of ways of life, loss of dreams, and all of the above, and dealing with depression and challenge as you go ahead and finding power and value in your work, in your routines, in taking care of yourself and taking care of your health as we face this difficult pandemic and just difficult time. And we're in a time of invention, but it's not easy. And so you begin the month, there are 5 points transiting in your house of work and routine, really focusing on structuring your regimen to bring balance and happiness in your daily work life and in your health and wellness. On February 1st, there is a new moon that takes place at 12:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 12 degrees and 20 minutes of the fixed air sign of Aquarius. This is your opposite sign. This new moon occurs in your house of relationships and partnerships. You are in a major relationship cycle. That began in the new age of Aquarius. Saturn and Jupiter met up at the very first degree in your house of partnerships. Saturn got as far as 13 degrees of Aquarius in 21, and that's where this new moon is taking place, minus less than a degree. And so new beginnings as you revise what you've been working on since the very beginning of 2021, since the very beginning of end of 2020, very beginning of 21, in the new age of Aquarius. And so the new moon, do the law of abundance, do something to honor new beginnings, set intentions. Juno enters the sign of Aquarius in your house of partnerships. It will be there until early mid-January of 2022. So a lot of partnering opportunities in many different ways, and dealing with community, dealing with the collective in the new age of Aquarius. On February 3rd, Mercury stations direct at 11:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 24 degrees and 22 minutes of the cardinal earth sign of Capricorn. This sets off where the Saturn-Pluto conjunction took place on January 12th of 2020. That brought down the structures in our world permanently in order to bring transformation and healing. We're in a new time, and it's a very difficult period, and it has been, but we are coming together to heal and to move ahead in a very inventive time. Mercury initially retrograded in Aquarius in this new age of Aquarius, reassessing what we've been doing since last year, but now also re-examining since the beginning of the pandemic and how you can revise choices you may have had to make in very limiting times. On February 4th, the Sun meets up with Saturn at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That could bring challenges or turning points. It could be good for getting hard work done, but it could be a bit, maybe people are being a bit held off, or are not caving in a sense at work or in work dealings. And on February 6th, Mars squares Chiron, the wounded healer, at 7:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That could bring issues with people at work. Maybe people are a bit combative. It's good for doing healing work for you because Mars is transiting in your house of work and routines. And Chiron is about facing the pain, and in Aries, facing the vulnerability around ego. And on February 8th, Mars forms a beautiful trine to Uranus at 9:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that could be excellent for you for your career, for professional opportunities out of the blue, and for brainstorming. On February 11th, Mercury meets up with Pluto at 11:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That could bring power struggles at work. It could bring news of endings. It's great for doing research and getting to the bottom of things. On February 14th, on Valentine's Day, Mercury re-enters Aquarius at 4:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where it's exalted and brilliant, transiting in your house of partnerships and relationships, where it will be until March 9th. More focus on your relationships and on partnering with the world and with other people in many different capacities. And on the 14th, Pluto makes a beautiful trine to the north node of fate. And for you, that could bring excellent opportunities with work, perhaps your dream client or a work opportunity, and just really big contacts could be made that day. On February 16th, that's a very special day as well, Venus and Mars started traveling together in the sky on January 30th, and they will be doing so until April 4th. Right now, they're transiting in Capricorn in your house of work and routine. On March 6th, they'll change signs and enter Aquarius, where they'll be until April 4th. Well, they'll be traveling together until April 4th. And this is really romantic, creative, sexy, but also lovely, beautiful energy. Really good for working with passion. And they meet up in the sky a second time. They initially met up in Leo season last summer. And now they're meeting up at 16 degrees of Capricorn at 9:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in your house of habits, work, and health, focusing on your health, bringing joy to your work and to your routines. This sets off where the Venus-Sun star point occurred on January 8th, which is a new 8-year vision and cycle of what you want to create in your life and in your habits and bringing value to your work. And this is a beautiful energy, really seizing that, doing some ritual to honor it. And on the 16th, there's a full moon that takes place at 11:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 27 degrees and 10 minutes of Leo, falling in your sign. The full moon is a release, letting go of things that are keeping you from your desires. Leo rules the heart, whatever your heart's desire is. This also triggers where the total solar eclipse took place on August 21st of 2018, when many people were traveling throughout the country and were, trying to figure out where the eclipses were. Actually, it was 2017. I'm trying to remind myself. But that big eclipse that was at Regulus, the royal fixed star of Regulus, which is between 27 and 29 degrees of Leo. And now honoring, that this is a big time for you, and what is your heart's desire? What do you want to partner with in the world? On February 17th, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, forms a helpful sextile to Uranus, which is out of the blue opportunities and windfalls at 7:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That could be good for financial opportunities for you and just really, positive energy of good luck. On February 18th, the sun enters the mutable water sign of Pisces, where it will be until March 20th, transiting in your house of money, healing, and transformation. And it brings light to that area of your life, maybe facing things you want to heal, but with optimism. On February 23rd, Mars meets up with Neptune. It forms a helpful sextile to Neptune at 2:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's good for doing spiritual work, for getting things done, for you tapping into doing healing work and, focusing on your routines in a very healing way. And then later in the day, Mercury forms a sextile to Chiron, the wounded healer, and this occurs at 9:06 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and on January 24th at 12:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good for doing healing work in a less pressured way. And then Venus and Neptune form a beautiful harmonious aspect at 11:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, working with the dream and what you love. Mercury squares Uranus at 9:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That could bring unexpected news and could be a bit disruptive in all of this, but nonetheless, really working with the creative magic that is available on that date. On February 28th, Jupiter forms what's known as a quintile to the north node of destiny. It's a 72-degree aspect, and that can bring faded magic of lucky opportunities with money and with healing and with professional opportunities for you. So that is a really nice energy. I wish you a lot of luck, and thank you very much.